Hi everyone, and welcome to Jane Talks Real. It's Trek Tuesday, where I'll be talking about and reviewing an episode of the original series, The Next Generation, Voyager, Deep Space Nine, or Enterprise. Today, I'm looking at Scientific Method from Voyager's 4th season, or as I like to call it, that time Janeway got a little bit cranky. This episode was requested by FZXRY as they love Voyager and enjoy Janeway episodes, so here we go. We begin the episode with B'Elanna climbing through the Jeffries tube, only to find 7 of 9 already tinkering. She's not authorized to do so, but needed more power for astrometrics, which is causing chaos in engineering, and B'Elanna is annoyed.
I had no intention of causing a problem.
She tells her off and boops her out of the way, lecturing her on the rules and protocols, before realizing that Janeway gave her the same lecture when she first joined the crew.
If I could adjust to Starfleet life, so can you.
7 apologizes while Tom bullshits his way out of his duties in sickbay and transports to B'Elanna's location. But she's mad at him for cancelling their previous date. She still makes out with him though. But wait, what's this? And B'Elanna senses it too. She laughs it off, and into the credits we go. The Doctor is essentially beating the hell out of Janeway and tells her off for not eating or sleeping properly. She tells him that she's been suffering from constant headaches, and then Chakotay calls, much to the Doctor's annoyance, and Janeway bails.
I know what you're going to say, Doctor, but I can't neglect my responsibilities.
Actually, I was going to suggest a change of outfit.
Chakotay has found some shiny stars that will pull them in if they get too close, but Janeway isn't feeling it, so leaves him to get on with it. Tom, meanwhile, goes to engineering, summoned by B'Elanna, who invites him upstairs for a booty call. Really? You're just gonna lean against a touchscreen console? But anyway, they're caught by Tuvok, so Tom rushes after him to try and get him to keep quiet. B'Elanna is stressing out about the whole thing and wants to keep their relationship secret. And in the staff meeting, Chakotay reinforces how dangerous it is to get too close to the binary stars. Everyone goes to leave, but Janeway asks Tom and B'Elanna to stay behind and reprimands them for being so obvious about their relationship that half the ship is gossiping about it. Chakotay is in his quarters not feeling well and orders a coffee which makes him shiver before he gives himself a Mr. T hairstyle. The doc says he's basically gotten old really quickly, and hey, I guess his tattoo is bigger than we thought. There's no obvious cause for his condition, so Janeway speculates that the radiation from the star could have infected him, and he's ordered to stay in sickbay while they try to figure things out. Tom tells Harry about his meeting with Janeway as they go for breakfast, but Neelix starts convulsing and gets hauled off to sickbay, where it's discovered he's mutating into a different race. The Doctor leaves Tom in charge to run some scans, while Neelix and Chakotay try and outdo each other with their problems.
In a matter of days, I won't be able to walk. Got you beat. I can barely walk now.
Another lady comes in, so Tom shoos the pair away because more cases are on the way, while the Doc and B'Elanna investigate the DNA of their patients, only to discover alien technology fused to each of their DNA. B'Elanna further analyzes it, revealing that it's slightly out of phase, which is why it was hard to detect, and the alien tag is emitting some sort of signal. She tells the Doc to use the internal scanners, but then he glitches as someone's trying to delete his program, and as she tries to help, B'Elanna collapses, leaving the Doctor defenseless. Tom updates the captain on the situation, while the Doctor taps into Seven's implants to talk to her like she's playing Trapped.
Only you can hear me.
You are the saboteur.
He instructs her to meet him in the holodeck. Wow, that's a strong jawline. Do you really perform surgery with those hands? And explains they're being watched and tinkers with one of Seven's implants so she'll be able to see anything and anyone out of phase shift. The holodeck is clear. Man, I love her catsuit here. But in the corridor, Seven sees weird shit on the crew and an alien wandering about who pokes her in the face as she heads to deck 5. Wait a minute. Did you get lost, Seven? Because the mess hall is on deck 2. The crew are all being prodded and scanned, so she contacts the Doctor, who says to tell the captain, who wants to implement new protocols because of Tom and B'Elanna's nookie time.
Straighten them out.
Shall I flog them as well?
Janeway admits she's feeling a little crazy when Seven comes in to report, oh wait, looks like Janeway has company, so she bails and Janeway decides she needs a holiday, which Tuvok invites himself along to. Seven tells the Doctor there's 56 aliens she can see, and they seem to be conducting medical experiments on everyone, and they debate over what to do about it. They finally decide on a ship-wide energy burst that will disable all the alien DNA tags in one go, so Seven goes to engineering where she boops around on a console, but is caught by Tuvok, so she grabs his phaser and uses it to make an alien visible.
If your people attempt to incapacitate me, I will kill you.
Janeway is proper pissed and demands answers from Alzin, who explains she's conducting medical research, but won't explain much more except for how tests on the crew will help to cure and save millions of people on their homeworld. Janeway can't see the logic, but Alzin says she knows that the captain would protect her people no matter the cost, which is exactly what she's doing, but Janeway argues that they're exploiting them, not protecting their own people. Alzin admits that they've been tinkering with Janeway for weeks, making her more aggressive, and it's definitely been working. Have you also been increasing her cheesy one-liner quota?
Sorry, these lab rats are fighting back.
Alzin says they're going to continue their research even though there will be fatalities, otherwise she'll be forced to terminate them all. And speaking of fatalities, this poor bridge officer dies spectacularly, despite Janeway's best efforts to save her. The captain is pissed to a murderous degree and takes the helm, flying the ship right at the stars. So one of the aliens tries to stop her, but she's locked out of command. So the aliens try to escape, which goes pretty badly. And with no choice, Voyager goes between the stars and hopes for the best.
I don't believe it. We're live.
We hear in a voiceover that the Doctor was able to reverse the effects of the alien experiments, and afterwards Tom and B'Elanna have a date where they discuss whether their relationship is genuine or a result of the aliens' tampering. But it doesn't matter. Okay, so there are two main takeaways from this episode. 7 of 9 looks great in brown, and the Doctor can't draw for shit. Now, what we take away is just how ruthless Janeway is. Yes, she was experimented on, but we've seen time and time again just how far Janeway will go to protect her crew, which is exactly Alzin's point. After she sacrificed her crew to save the Okompa in Caretaker, she's basically been a ruthless nutjob ever since when it comes to protecting her people. She's made an alliance with the Borg, tried to self-destruct the ship on more than one occasion, lied, cheated, manipulated, and don't get me started on how many times she's pissed all over the timeline. I think she uses that guilt of stranding her crew to really fuel her decisions and temperament throughout the journey. And I'm not gonna lie, I love batshit crazy Janeway, and in this case she was willing to potentially kill everyone on board rather than allow the crew to be tested on and potentially die or be disfigured. We get a look at the ethical dilemma of medical testing, which is not the first time it's been looked at in Voyager. In Phage, Neelix's lungs were stolen to save the life of a Vidian, and Janeway had to decide whether to take them back, which would have essentially killed the other alien, and she gave a great speech over it. We also have Tuvix, which isn't medical testing exactly, but is a serious ethical dilemma, and the medical experiments quandary has come up in other entries in the franchise, such as Next Generation Schisms and Enterprise's Observer Effect. Personally, I agree with Janeway that you can't test on people without their knowledge or consent. I mean, I probably wouldn't have flown my starship to almost certain death to prevent it, but I guess that's why she's the captain and I'm not. So there you have it. That was Scientific Method. If there's an episode of Star Trek you'd like me to cover, pop it down in the comments below or come say hi on social media. If you enjoyed this video, then please hit that like button, it really does mean a lot, or consider subscribing if you want to be assimilated into my channel. Alternatively, feel free to check out my other YouTube channel, Jane Plays Games Badly. Thank you so much for watching, I'll speak to you soon, and live long and prosper.